Having a high quality top-down camera shot can be really versatile, whether you're doing cooking videos, tutorials, trying to show devices or their accessories on screen. That top-down shot can add a lot of visual engagement and makes the editing process a lot easier when you can capture it at the same time. I'm going to give you a little behind the scenes of my setup, how I've mounted a camera to the wall using this arm, also give you some budget options for using your phone as that secondary camera, and if I had to do it all over again building the studio, what I would do differently. Now you'll have seen this top-down shot in a lot of my videos. Even now, I'm using the camera that's mounted to the wall, and I'm going to explain that entire setup, which is great for autofocus so I can raise and lower devices, and having it permanently set is ideal. But if you don't have a place where you can permanently set up that top-down shot, here's a few options for using your phone as that secondary camera. There's lots of different options on Amazon, and I'll include some of these links in the video description, but you can use an inexpensive arm that comes with a phone clamp, or even some that are freestanding on your desk, and you can get that secondary angle. I actually have a few accessories here that you could use. This Joby tripod, while it's meant to stand on a desk, because it's really flexible and grippy, you could actually connect this to something above wherever you're shooting and have a top-down shot using this tripod. You can also get clamps like this, which will clamp to pretty much anything, and then mount a phone holder right here. But one of the main things you want in the top-down shot is stability, and so mounting something to the desk or to the wall is going to get you that sturdy shot. This is typically what a desk mount looks like. You tighten this bolt and it will grip the desk. This kind of arm, which I'll also put a link in the description, this way you can get more height from that shot, and then you can get an inexpensive phone clamp like this, mount your iPhone or Android device in the clamp, and make sure whatever arm or clamp you buy has a ball joint, because now I can loosen this and point it down or angle it however I'd like. Also, if you don't have a way to clamp something to where you're filming, maybe you're in the kitchen trying to do something on the island, they do make freestanding top-down shots like this, and this can work for both a phone or a mirrorless and DSLR camera, plus you can mount other accessories like monitors on top. Link to this is also below. Now before we get into the pro setup and what I have here in the studio, how can you record and actually monitor what you're filming? Well, this is actually a great use case for recording with Riverside, even for your solo content. Here I'm in one of my Riverside studios, and let's jump in to record. I'm going to choose my main camera here, which is actually a video switcher, another great use case for having that secondary top-down shot. I have an entire video where I talk about video switchers and using them with Riverside. You can check that out above or the links in the description. But this is my main camera, and so let's join the studio with these settings. And now I'm actually going to send an invite link to my own mobile device and add it as a guest. I'll click the invite link up here, copy the guest link, and now here on a mobile device, it could be an iPhone or Android, I'm gonna open the Riverside app. You could download it for free in the App Store or Play Store. Links are below. I'm gonna tap join as guest, and then I'm going to paste the link right here that I copied from my studio. Now when it asks for my name, I'm actually gonna put top down. I'll rotate to landscape, and when using a mobile device as a second or third camera, the most important setting is right before you jump into the studio, tap the three dots and choose mute speaker. This means it will actually still be recording audio on the mobile device, but my audio won't come through its speakers, causing feedback and echo. Now I actually have two camera shots here in my Riverside studio while I'm recording solo, my main A-roll camera and my phone camera here as that top-down shot. Let's set it up and actually record something. Now that the phone is on my tripod as that secondary angle, I can actually hold objects here and film it, and when I record, both angles are recorded in high quality, and I'll be able to download those tracks later. Let's do a quick test recording. Now I'm recording in my Riverside studio. I can talk directly at the camera to record my A-roll, and whenever I want to demo something on that top-down shot, I can look over and I'm previewing it right here in Riverside. So if it was top down or high up and I couldn't see the phone screen, I know I'm recording it and getting that great shot right here in the Riverside studio. And that angle is also being recorded in high quality. And because I joined using that guest link, this camera is actually recording audio. So if you really wanted to bring it into a third-party editor and use in a multicam clip, you can sync the tracks via audio and it'll match up perfectly. Let's say we're done recording our content or tutorial. I'll stop this recording, and while this processes and we can jump into the Riverside editor in a few moments, let me show you my top-down shot and what I would do differently. I have an entire video of how I built this home studio. I'll link that video above and in the description, but I know I wanted a top-down shot that was permanent and stable. At first, I actually mounted it to the desk, and I quickly realized anytime I touched the desk or moved it, that top-down camera angle would shake, which is not great. So after a few months, I finally got this wall mount. It's about $70 on Amazon. It's the Neewer wall mount. The arm actually extends and it can pivot and change angles. I mounted this to the wall, and then at the end I attached a ball joint for the camera, meaning I can angle it however I'd like. And that has been my permanent top-down shot for over a year. As you can see, I'm using the top-down shot right now, and I have two cables going to that camera. One is permanent power. I never wanted to think about power or batteries for that top-down camera shot, and so I bought this kit, which works with lots of different Sony cameras. They have this for other camera models as well, and it basically acts like a battery to the camera. You literally put it in the battery slot, but it plugs into the wall for constant power. Now I never have to think about recharging or batteries with that top-down shot. And the other cable I've ran is an HDMI cable that's going all the way down the wall. I didn't really clean that up very much, but it's going down the wall into this Blackmagic ATEM mini switcher. That allows me to actually see my top-down shot here on my multi-view. It's literally right off camera. I'm actually getting a super behind-the-scenes look using my other camera over here. But you can see the top-down shot. I can now preview it, hold things under the camera while I'm filming, and then I continue to talk. This way I can use a multicam clip and switch between these angles seamlessly, and it really cuts down my editing time. Having that wall-mounted top-down camera going into a video switcher for preview and that constant power means I can have a high-quality top-down shot whenever I need. I also use this angle a lot in webinars and live streams. I can live stream right here from Riverside. You can actually live stream to multiple destinations all at the same time. We bring in all your live chats, connect YouTube, Twitch, all of that. We have entire videos on live streaming. I'll link one above and down in the description. But when I'm live streaming, now that I have that top-down camera shot in the video switcher, and I'm using my video switcher as my video source here in Riverside, I can switch whenever I want to that top-down camera shot, and now I have that high-quality video. Then I can basically switch live, recording both my top-down and my A-roll camera, and now I've cut down the editing even more. Now keep in mind that when you record with Riverside and a video switcher, it is only recording what's live on screen. So when I go to the top-down shot like so, I'm actually not being recorded, so you will only have one video track in the end. But as you practice and get better at live streaming, being able to switch back and forth and talk seamlessly, then you can basically edit live, and it really cuts down on the time later. Now, if I had to do it all over again, I would probably ceiling mount the camera rather than use the arm. Only because a ceiling mount is even more permanent, the angle never changes, and that's actually what I want from my top-down camera shot. While the arm is great, and if you want flexibility of actually moving the camera back and forth, highly recommend that. But for me, that top-down shot is permanent. I never want to move it. So I would actually go with a ceiling-mounted arm like this. This way there's even less chance of it moving or getting knocked around, and that angle is always the same. All right, our 2-angle recording is finished process, so let's jump into the recordings page. And as you can see, I can download the high-quality video tracks for both the A-roll shot and that top-down video shot, and now I have multiple video files the same length, all synced up, ready for me to edit. And here's that second camera angle, filmed on my iPhone using the Riverside app. High quality, looks great, and will completely sync up with my A-roll shot as well. But the best part is I can actually jump into the Riverside editor, and I can put it all together without downloading any video files. As you can see, Riverside by default will actually put the shots side by side, but you can use our Edit Scenes feature, add a scene by using this tool in the bottom left, then go over to Tracks, and I can actually hide myself or the top-down shot. Let's say I wanted to show the secondary camera right here, and then switch to my A-roll camera once I put it down. I actually have a little gap here, so I'm going to make some cuts. And then when I put it down, I'm actually going to switch, hide that B-roll shot, and then show my camera shot. So now I have a B-roll shot or a top-down shot, then going back to the A-roll shot, and I'm editing a multicam clip right here in the Riverside editor. Now, because we recorded audio on that second angle, we do need to go over to Tracks, go to the top-down shot, and turn that volume all the way down to 0. Or maybe I even want to do a picture-in-picture. I can add another scene, choose Layout, and we'll choose Picture-in-Picture, and now we have the top-down shot in Picture-in-Picture and me large, or we can swap it just that quickly. And now I have a multicam shot all recorded and edited all in Riverside. Of course, you have all the other tools like removing silences and filler words, add animated captions, great for social media. I can quickly reformat this into a vertical clip right here, add other image and text overlays. Then when I'm ready to export, I'll go up to Export, up to 4K quality, and now I've edited a multicam video right here in Riverside. So that's how to set up a high quality top-down camera shot for all budget levels. And if you want to try it right now, use some mobile devices, iPads, iPhones, and Android devices with the Riverside app, and you can do a multicam shoot right now. Links to all the tripods and clamps I talked about are in the video description. If you have any questions, leave comments below this video. I answer those personally. Don't forget to subscribe to the Riverside channel, hit that like button, and if you want more information on building out an entire home studio, I did a whole video on that. You can check it out right up here. And if you want to learn more about live streaming, whether it's with video switchers, multicams, and more, I have a video walking through all the live streaming tools you have in Riverside right up here. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.